Hello, and welcome to Gundam Customs Review of Boku no Hero Academia Theory Video. Yes, actually, this video right here is going to be an update on who I think is the spy, who has possibilities of being the spy, and maybe something that may or may not be a part of the spy in general. So, without further ado, let's get started. Now, for the spy, I don't even think I've said Kaminari once before, but I rule out Kaminari as a spy. More so because of this week's chapter 107 of Boku no Hero Academia, which, if he wanted to, he could have done something different, and he might not have mentioned all the, friendship gooey stuff that Bakugo and Kirishima were a part of, but with this, I just don't even get that feeling from him though either. His character design is quite. And now his character seems not to be the spy, in my opinion. Like he would probably keep his static like this or wide range static. I'd probably watch chapter 107 if you don't understand what I mean by this. Instead of going with narrower, I would probably have kept my sporadic static or lightning, or I'm not 100% sure what it is. I think it's static though. But with this, he could have kept that, but he's gone with more of a pinpoint because he could have taken out a whole bunch of people. But I guess he could still do that, but I still don't think he's a spy. Now, another character that I think is no longer the spy in my own personal opinion is Ojiro. Now, I know this sounds weird because I had really high hopes that he was the spy because we've never seen him use his tail in combat. We know he took out all those minor villains, but he wasn't able to do really anything against ectoplasm. Like those didn't make sense in my opinion, but it could be changed, or it could have just been ectoplasm is a hero and he's a pro, and those villains are more like common thugs, so I guess I didn't even think about it. But it could also still be him. Now, I'm putting him on the back burner. I'm not saying he's the spy anymore, in my own personal opinion, because I have two other characters who I really think are the spy. Now, obviously, in my opinion, Midoriya, obviously, main character, can't be the spy. Bakugo, because Bakugo can't be the spy. Ida, because I just can't see Ida being the spy. If he was, literally, we kind of find some, when we do the whole, practice battle with him and Bakugo versus Midoriya and Uraraka, he doesn't play the villain well. So his acting's really bad. But with this, I don't think Uraraka is the villain either. Or, well, it's the spy. But if she is, that actually would be a nice plot twist. Now, with this, or Todoroki. Todoroki can't be the spy either, as we've seen him kind of more or less learn, and he's the son of Endeavor. He couldn't have been the spy even if he wanted to. His dad would have been like, because he was grooming him for so long, Todoroki could not be the spy. Unless Endeavor was the spy as well. Which I highly doubt. So, now, on to who I actually think are the spies. Okay, this first one could be she's the spy, or it could just be a coincidence, or it just could be Shiketsu Hai is kind of hiding in UA, or UA is kind of hiding in Shiketsu. But with this, Mina. Yes, the character Mina. We know she has her acid that burns clothes. Now, with this, I've come up with an idea. What if Mina, with her acid abilities, which kind of looks like a slime acid thing, and the girl from Shiketsu High Academy are the same person? I know this sounds weird, because when we first see the Shiketsu girl, she's actually in a uniform with her hat, in her costume, I meant, not uniform, well, we do first see her in her uniform, but then that doesn't matter right now at the moment. But like we actually see her in her costume. Then we see her no longer in a costume. She's just kind of a slime version of, oh well, she's Uraraka and then she turns into slime. And with this, like, it brought up a good question to me. Like, I thought the slime looked kind of similar to Mina's slime. Then I'm like, wait, wouldn't Mina's clothes burn off if she used the slime on herself? Or slime. Like, I didn't think about that, but then like if you also think about it, she could have used her suit materials to make it acid proof, but that would still be pretty hard to do as acid can erode a lot of different things. So with this, maybe she is the Shiketsu girl, and she has two abilities, shapeshifting and acid, which would make a lot of sense as her clothes disappeared, the Shiketsu High girl, when she used her ability, which was kind of like that slime after she became Uraraka. And she kind of like made Uraraka's clothes. So maybe she could be doing this with Mina, have Shiketsu High girl be like a spy for UA. That would be cool. Or against UA for Shiketsu High. Then maybe it could also be the opposite. Maybe it's UA sending Mina with the disguise to infiltrate Shiketsu. Or maybe it's just some randomness of some random YouTuber who's a dirt poor backwaters YouTuber. Yeah, it could have been that last one. But if it isn't, just letting you know I called it. Yeah. But with this, the last person, the person at this very moment, is the top candidate to be the spy of Boku no Hero Academia's UA High School, is Aoyama. Yes, Aoyama. Mr. Like, Laser Belt. Like, literally. He is my best bet for the spy. I may change it later on, but at this very moment, I am 50% or 90% sure he is the spy. Now, several reasons why this is actually a thing for me. I was looking to see if Mina was the spy more or less because of the fact of, like, I went back and checked every chapter up into 16 that, like, had Mina in it, and I found that, like, I got up to 16 and I'm like, wait, there was a little information box that had, like, this was during the USJ arc. So I saw the information box, it was saying where everyone was. It was saying Hagakure and Aoyama both were nowhere to be found. Yes, I know that could just be like they were sent to some random area and we just never saw them. But Horikoshi most likely did that for a reason. Now, we get the reveal that Hagakure was actually with Todoroki and just barely didn't get frozen by him. Now, that has some holes in it because I'm pretty sure he could have froze her if they wanted to, but it could have just been plot armor to protect her and just make a funny joke out of it. But then there is Aoyama who's like, hey, do you want to know what I was doing? It's a secret. Like, literally, that is... At the moment, or when I first saw this, I was like, okay, just read next chapter, go on to the next chapter. And then when the spy was actually brought into this, I didn't even think about it. Like, once I only thought about it when I went back and read the chapters to see if Mina had any real reason to be the spy. And I found out that Aoyama actually could be the spy, in my opinion. Like, we've never really seen him, we've never really seen him fight the, League of Villains. We've never, really got much from him except for maybe some comic relief. And maybe some stuff like he's fabulous because of his belly laser. Like, I don't have much on the character, and he seems to be a background character that actually is pretty well blended in. Now, I may give him crap because I don't like his character, but, like, if he is the spy, that would make a lot more sense. And if not, I would love to find out why he was missing during the USJ arc. Like, I would love to even know, like, have this, like, mentioned once, like, if they're investigating who the spy is, because the principal's probably investigating. We're pretty sure of that. Like, if he takes in any of the students in and tries to see if they're the spy, if he's the first person brought in to be checked as the spy, I'm pretty sure he's no longer the spy. Then they'll probably give us why he did what he did in the USJ arc. He probably was taking a pee if he's not the spy. Yeah. And with that note, that's who I think is the spy. I want to know what you guys think. Like, I still have some doubts that he's the spy, but I'm pretty certain he is the spy. Like, there's a handful of characters who could not be the spy, or who could be the spy and make sense. Or, like, Hagakure, because, like, as I said before, she kind of has some holes in her story about Todoroki, but then, and she's also never knew about everyone going to save Bakugo. It's really hard for me to tell. Like, at first I was like, yeah, it's gotta be Kyoka or Hagakure. Once I remembered the whole fact that those two didn't know about it, and then I just got into the Ojiro thing, and then I kind of got caught up with Kaminari, and then just suspecting everyone's really bad. I suspect everyone except for Kirishima, Bakugo, Midoriya, Ida, Uraraka, and Todoroki. Those are the only 6 I don't suspect at all. Yeah. So with this, I want to know what you guys think of this video. Who do you guys think is the spy? What do you guys want to see me do? Like, I'm going to do some character discussions and so on and so forth. And it is going to take a little bit more time than, like, when I first started doing it. I'm sorry. But I hope you guys have a custom day, and see ya.